Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in to check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab while I do what I do for you. I got something nice for you to do. This is one of my favorite lessons to give because of the goddess Maya. Little heads up. So I'm about to have some fun teaching. Okay, let's rock. Rightism. 25 rules to live by. Storytelling. Story with a message. I put a message in the story for life. I give you life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission, yeah, that's what I'm on, is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? So let's get that together. And I ask the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I can help you with that. That's what I do for you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm a spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And to my yacht, my girl, we're about to talk about be true. Let's go. Rightism. Let's talk about, right thinkers. Let's talk about the goddess Maya. If you didn't know, my favorite. And I'm going to tell you who is Maya in the 2-page lesson. Yeah, 2.5 pages, but good information about my favorite goddess and what she represents. And if you pay attention, she might be your favorite too. All right, this is what, and they got my girl looking awful buff in that little. That's my yacht. Okay. I don't know if it's just me, but she's looking mighty cute. I've been looking at these pictures too much. All right, I'm having fun. All right, let's talk about my girl. She's standing on her own pedestal. You know what that means later. But Maya, the goddess Maya, she represents order, righteousness, justice, balance, harmony, truth, and my favorite, reciprocity. She is what makes the world go round, so to speak. And this is a quick phrase. That's my favorite one, too. Now, see if you can understand this one. When Jesus was speaking, I guess, y'all, in parables, he would say things that they didn't understand at the time. Then somebody would break it down for them. This is a favorite, my favorite. Those who live today will die tomorrow. And those who die tomorrow will be born again. But those who live Maya will not die. What you have got? See? Think about that. And if you got a problem with it, let me know. Drop it in my box. I'll answer the question. When I first heard it, I had no idea. But now it makes so much sense to me. Okay, moving on. Let's go. So let's talk right now. Let's talk about who is Maya. If you follow her, you won't die. She got to be somebody that you might want to check out. All right, let's go. Maya is one of the most important divinities in respect to what? The promotion, watch this, of what? Spiritual enlightenment, evolution of what? Right thinking aspirants. Your goal is to reach a level of Maya or Mayate. You'll find out what that means too. But even though the figure of the goddess Maya I just showed you is not usually seen in no pictures of her in the Per M. Haru, the book, but guess what? Her presence in the most is the most strongly felt of all. Why you say that? Because her name is mentioned in that book more than any other goddess indeed. That's why. She is said to be an aspect, listen, of the all goddess Aset. So therefore, in order to understand the Pert M. Haru, the book coming forth by day, we must first have a working knowledge of who? The goddess and her philosophy, in which I practiced, mastered, and lived by. When Ra emerged, this is the part I love. When Ra emerged, I got a picture with him coming up somewhere. Yeah, I got it. When he emerged out of the noon, okay, in his boat, you see the boat with the noon pushing him up, okay, and on that boat, on the last page, let's get a lesson with all the people on it. Yeah, Ra didn't go through that, but bypass that. I called it fluff because it was a little intricate. But she represents what? All the goddesses, or God, I said, and we must have an understanding of her philosophy. She represents a philosophy that you can practice. 42 Confessions of Maat. When Ra emerged in his boat for the first time and creation came into being, what did he do? He was standing on the pedestal of Maat. Scales, or the pedestal, what she represents. Why? Thus, even the creator of all stands, or Ra lives by what? Maat. And has established, watch this, not just lived by, but established creation on Maat. Who is Maat? Glad you asked. She is the divinity who manages the order of creation. For starters, just start now. That's a bio. She is the fulcrum in which the entire creation and the law of cause and effect, or even what we know to be karma, functions on. If you do this, this is going to happen. If you got this, you got to have some equally opposite to that. That's Maat. In every form, you're going to come back to what, whenever you say balance, order, righteousness, justice, those are all aspects of Maat. Maat represents the very order which what constitutes creation. If that don't give you her, her ability, her juice, nothing will. She what constitutes creation. And so therefore, it is said that Ra created the universe. How? By putting Maat in the place of what? Chaos. The noon was totally chaotic. Bunch of possibilities. Everything, anything could be, but it wasn't. So it was chaos. Maat put everything in order. And quick lesson, on the 25th of January, for the first time in our understanding and following astrology history, all 7 planets are going to line up. Tidbit there. How you, man, ain't got time. Go check the astrology. I'm just giving you a little tidbit. Remember, I just dropped jewels. I plant seeds. I'm moving on. You cultivate it by doing the due diligence and making it grow with knowledge that you done got. Moving on. I just put it there. So therefore, it is said that what Ra created the universe and placed them out. Okay, so creation itself is really Maat. Creation without order is chaos. Maat is a profound what? Teaching in reference to what? The nature of creation and the manner in which human conduct should be cultivated. It refers to a deep understanding of divinity and the manner in which virtuous qualities, something that the man of the year, person of the year should have, don't make a difference, but virtuous qualities can be developed in the human heart so as to what? Come closer to the divine. When you offer a selfless service, when you offer up prayer for somebody else's benefit, You pray for them. I'm a prayer warrior. And when you meditate daily and commune with God, that's how you get closer to the divine. Your higher self, within yourself. That's where you got to go to get him. He ain't out there. Moving on. I'm just getting started. Don't worry, we got a few minutes. But now, Maat is a philosophy, not a belief. No, a philosophy, a spiritual symbol, as well as a cosmic energy or a force which pervades the entire universe. She is the same spirit of God that gives her the opportunity to do what she do through God. She is the symbolic embodiment of what? World order, justice, righteousness, correctness, harmony, and peace. She is also known by what? Her famous headdress, that feather, composed of the ostrich feather, which symbolizes the qualities, watch this, just mentioned. This guy who just got the award don't have none of those qualities. Not a one. So during our times, that crap he doing would not fly. I'm just saying. Right is right, wrong is wrong. We in wrong right now. We just in wrong, evil times. Moving on. Can't get away from that one. But she is what? A form of the goddess, which is Aset, which is intuitive wisdom and immortality with knowledge of self, who represents wisdom and spiritual awakening through what? Balance and equanimity. Meaning both sides of your brain. Brain had two hemispheres, left and right. Females use one side, male use the other side. Maat teaches you to use them both. Balance in everything you do. That's called being God conscious. If y'all was Christ, it's called being Christ conscious or prayed up. But I call it Maat. Moving on. Okay. In ancient Egypt, the judges, watch this, I love this part here. All of those connected with the judicial system, right here, there you go, were initiated into the teachings of the Maat philosophy. Why? Thus, those who would discharge the laws and the regulations of a society, a correctly run society, black, well trained in what? The ethical and the spiritual, mystical values of life. Meaning they exemplify what? All the philosophy that Maat taught them, and they was able to what? Make good judgment and stern judgments on somebody else's situation. Why? Because they had their own in order. Moving on. And they was astute in what? Life matters and the values of life through what? Fairness, justice. We don't see none of that today. And what? The development, fairness and justice, and also they hold the responsibility to what? Serve and promote what? Harmony where? In society. As well as the possibility for what? Spiritual development in an environment, in an atmosphere of what? Freedom and peace. That ain't white America. That ain't going on today, here in America. But they're trying to sell you a bill of goods that it's all right. Yeah, if you're white, America's fine. Been fine. Ain't never been a problem with the white people. This is about Maat. Get out of there. Stick back to the lesson. But if they would follow that philosophy, we wouldn't be in here now. But watch this. But for only when our ancient ancestors lived in harmony and peace for thousands of years. Practicing Maat. 3,000 to 4,000, give or take a few. But that's a long time. To be affected by outside forces, to just live in harmony, it's never been done since. Moving on, a little tidbit. And only when there is what? Justice and fairness, not in words, but in a society, can there be abiding harmony and peace. When you pick and choose who to be just, that's not fair, and it sure ain't just. Only one getting the mistreatment is who? Just us, black people. They did the thing with my Red Fox. And again, they used to use sitcoms in satire to make certain, points. Perfect example. Maat gets a ticket. His father, being the father, he gonna go defend his son, and he go up in there. He gonna question the officer. He said, "Officer, do you stop any white people?" He said, "Sure." He said, "No white people breaking the law?" He said, "Sure." He said, "Well, where they at? Look around here. You got enough niggas in here to start a Tarzan movie." Giving the white man a dose of reality. Even in the Justice Department, ain't a whole bunch of white people in there. And the ones that's in there, really? And that's been going on a long time. That ain't new. Moving on. I tell you, Red Fox. I was a kid then. My favorite comedian. How about that? Moving on. Alright, here we at. Look like my dad a little bit. They did have my old man wanted to look a Red Fox looking like Cortez back in the day. Okay, wait, let me finish this up. Now, harmony. What's harmony? Two things working together. Male, female come together, that's harmony. Male on male, that ain't harmony. Woman on woman, that ain't harmony. Moving on. Harmony and peace are what? Necessary for in pursuit of what? Pure and true happiness and inner fulfillment in life. That's the lesson. I gotta take this call. I'll be right back. Sorry, but I'm gonna wrap the lesson up because if there's no harmony, if there's no peace, if there's no freedom, just all the things that we talk about that y'all claiming in the Constitution is just be a bunch of BS. They not playing fair. Moving on. I was going to wrap the lesson up. I got a few more. I'm going to wrap the lesson. I'm going to stop. I got some more to go, but I got something to do right now. But I'll be right back with more of my girl, my yacht philosophy that once practiced will reach you harmony and inner happiness and peace within oneself. That's the goal. That's the lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. Right thinkers, may y'all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I never know that my right thinkers is passed away who practicing my yacht. Be right back.